Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Many of you watching this are probably family and friends, but for anyone who's on YouTube who's just stumbled across this channel, hi, I'm Jess, I'm 25 and I live in sunny South Yorkshire. In fact, it's actually raining, as I've just said that. Take two. I live in South Yorkshire and in March last year I developed a chronic illness and it's completely changed my life in every single way that you could possibly imagine. And I think for a long time I've kind of wanted to share the journey that I've been on, but I've not really felt ready to, but I feel that now's the right time. So to give everyone an update, because to be honest, even a lot of people that I know probably haven't got a clue what I've been through, which is my fault because, you know, I've been trying to keep most of the bad away from other people, because if I told you literally that much of what I've been through over the last, 16 months, you wouldn't believe it. It's absolutely shocking, it's heartbreaking, and I don't want other people to hear that. But to give everyone a background, it all started in March last year really. I'd not been feeling too well, I'd been having heart palpitations, but I just thought, I'll be fine, I'll carry on, I'll power through, as, a lot of people do. And I was working in a busy cafe on my feet all day, rushing around like a headless chicken, as all my colleagues were. It's a busy place. And yeah, I'd just been getting these heart palpitations, but then gradually over the course of a few weeks, it then morphed into dizziness, feeling sick, getting headaches, feeling really tired all the time, breathless. I could barely walk like 15 steps and it'd take me like 20 minutes to get my breath back, which obviously, wasn't normal for me and, showed that something wasn't right. But still, I went to work every day. I said I was fine. And my colleagues were like, Jess, you're not, you need to sit down. And it got to the point where around the second week in May, I think it was last year, got up one day ready to go to work. And I just had a really funny term with my heart and the dizziness and all these symptoms. And I knew that something really wasn't right. So I didn't go to work that day. And I haven't been to work since I've, left the job. And basically I ended up in A&E. And they didn't really know what it was, didn't do anything for it, but knew that something wasn't right. So basically I've been under the hospital having all these tests, scans, you name it, I've had it done. I've been to hell and back basically over the last 16 months. But over the course of last summer, all of these things just got progressively worse, and I was to and fro from hospital. Yeah, it reached September last year and it got really, really unbearable. It got to the point where I'd gone from working in that busy cafe on my feet all day to barely being able to stand up and walk. I had to borrow a wheelchair from my grandma. I had to get a rollator from my nanan, who doesn't need it anymore, so she gave it to me. And one thing I will say here, because it's quite a serious subject, but I'm the kind of person that I think humour will get me through, so I'm going to make light heart of this and say that with the rollator, I've got a driving licence for a car, but obviously I can't drive because I'm ill. But this rollator, I honestly think I need driving lessons for that, because, in an open space it's fine, but put a door frame or something in my way and I'm in trouble. But yeah, since September last year I've had to use that, I've had to use a wheelchair, and in the space of a few months to have gone from being so on the go to suddenly not being able to do anything for myself, and I mean literally anything, like getting washed, dressed, can't even sit myself up in bed in the morning, can't put my own socks on, like I literally cannot do anything for myself. Obviously that's affected my mental health a lot, which I'm sure it would if it happened to anyone. I've been really lucky to have a lot of support from, different people, and they know who they are, and they've really got me through this time, because when it got to September and things got really bad, there was a period of time where genuinely I didn't want to be here anymore. I came close, to not being here anymore, and I won't go into that in more detail because I feel like the people who need to know that situation and how that's progressed and how I am now the people that need to know about it. So yeah, the mental health's been affected a lot, and the thing is, if I was getting better physically, obviously I'd feel better mentally, but over time it's just got worse and worse, and it got to the point where I was in A&E like every other day. A couple of weeks before Christmas I ended up being admitted for 3 days, which, you know, is when all the progress was made really, and I was referred to all the different specialists. So fast forward from like December till now, in July, I'm still undergoing lots of tests, awaiting scans, just absolutely all sorts, got tons of appointments. I still haven't been given like a definitive answer. This is what it is and this is what we're going to do. There's lots of different names where we're thinking it probably is that, but yeah, still not a definitive answer. I can't even begin to tell you what I've been through in the last like 16 months, you know. It's just absolutely broke my heart, but you know, that's fine, I'll deal with that. The thing that upsets me is how much it's hurt everyone else and how upset all my family and my loved ones are and my friends. It's not been, you know, the best time. It's not something you expect to happen when you're so young. Like your 20s, it's supposed to be like the most carefree, fun time of your life, and my life's like on hold and I can't do anything. I've got the wheelchair, but it's only recently I've like gone out of the front door in it, basically. Like, I find it so terrifying. I don't want to upset anyone, like people who know how I was before. I don't want them to see me like that because I don't want to upset them. So yeah, it's not been the easiest of things. There's also times where I speak to someone, maybe wish them happy birthday, and we've not really spoken for a while, and they'll say, "Oh, thanks Jess, I hope you're well." And at which point I'm like, how do I even answer that question? Because I can't go into everything that's happened, but at the same time, I can't say that I'm fine because I'm not. So I thought if I created this channel, if people want to stay updated from now on, then they can. And I'll probably do some videos as well, maybe going into more detail on things that have happened over the course of these last 16 months, just so everyone's up to speed. But the reason that I wanted to start this channel now, really, is because I start physio next Thursday, which I'm a little bit nervous about. The aim is to try and build strength back in my legs. So to give everybody a bit of background, basically, I was told by a nurse at the hospital that after 3 days of being immobile, you already start to lose the strength and muscle mass in your legs. So, you know, it's been September last year, almost 11 months pretty much, that I've not really been using my legs. So you can imagine, like, you know, the challenge that I'm up against. But in another sense, I feel really positive. I've always loved to have a project on the go, whether it be writing, charity work, you know, whatever it may be. So I'm hoping to kind of see this as a project and hoping that the vlogs will help me and spur me on. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to sharing the journey and how I'm getting on with you all. And the reason I've called it the Brave Face Vlogger is because I'm the type of person that no matter how bad things get, I put on that mask and I smile and I say that I'll be fine. But obviously, anyone who's got a chronic illness or, you know, is going through something like this will know it's not, you know, sunshine and roses. It's like the worst thing ever. You know, I try and be positive, and don't get me wrong, I'm smiling now and I'm not feeling that way at all. But I want this channel to be positive but also show the reality of it as well. So I'll try and smile a bit more, but I'll try and really tell you if I'm finding things difficult as well. So this was just a quick introduction, and I will be going into more detail probably as I go along about everything really. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Wish me luck for the physio.